Welcome to the NBA Finals Preview Edition 2022. I'm Will Gates, and that's my dog,
Arthur Agee.
Agee, here we are, man. That's it now. It's all for the money. We got two teams evenly matched. Possibly, I say that possibly, because the Golden State Warriors, bring a pedigree to the finals that the Celtics just doesn't have. The Celtics have never been to the finals. Matter of fact, there's not a player on the team that has been to the finals, whereas the Warriors are full of experience, full of shooting, full of greatness. And so it's going to be interesting to see in this series,
Right.
and as we get into it, who has the better advantage. But before we hop into that, man, we got to talk about this Boston series versus the Heat. I had the Heat winning. I don't know, Agee. I'm just thinking, man, I thought, I kind of wish-washed back and forth. I thought it was going to be over because the Celtics was looking real strong. Then, of course, right before the series started, Horford was in the protocol, and the Heat kind of just jumped out on him. So I thought we was going to knock these dudes off. And in the end, man, these jokers lose by 4 on the game shot.
I was right with you. I have Miami too, man. I mean, this series to me was like stupid. Like, I hate series like this. People getting hurt, motherfuckers in protocol. It was almost like two middle-aged fighters just trading blows, like back at one another. Be like, and then one to get hit in the midsection, and then they'll have to call a timeout to go to the he's hurt. Let's give him a timeout for a minute. Oh, then okay, come back together and fight again. Okay, they fight again. I mean, it was just back and forth, slugging it out. You know, I mean, the thing about it though, Miami had actually more more of people not helping Jimmy out than Boston. You know what I'm saying? If you got more people giving you firepower, because that damn boy Derek White from Boston, man, he out there balling.
Yeah, he showed up, especially the last, 2-3 games. He really stepped up huge for them. When Marcus Smart got hurt.
Yeah, but they squandered his game. He showed up at the crib. Remember, he played the way.
He had like the first 10 right at the beginning of the game. You absolutely
he played
right.
well that game, and then it's so crazy. Boston damn near gave the game away at the end.
They really did. I agree with you, man. I think that's what's been crazy about this series. I don't know if either team had an advantage at any point because, the Heat blow out them, and then the Celtics blow out the Heat. I mean, it was one of these just weird, awkward type of basketball games. But interesting enough, what I think was even greater, the fact that these two played each other was how they got there. When you look at Boston got there, man, I mean, Boston beat Denver, Memphis. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. I mean, the Nets, Bucks, and the Heat. That's a heavy road to get there, to even, to come through.
And they won, and they won crucial games. Like closeout games.
Now, this is why I'm bringing this up. I got to ask you, is Tatum a superstar?
He got to win this one for me to put him in superstar status.
So the fact that he knocked off Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, last year's MVP, and the Greek Freak, and now he just knocked off a Heat team? I mean, the kid is averaging 28 a game.
Will, he ain't done yet. He got to go through these guys, man. I need him to go through these guys to be considered a superstar tag on him.
So if he lose, then he's not a superstar.
No, he's just a star. He's just a shining, bright star.
Interesting enough. Fair game. I take that, man. And of course, Golden State knocked off Dallas. I didn't have Dallas even a shot beating the Warriors. But for the Warriors to get where they are, man, they took out
Right.
Denver, they took out Memphis, and of course, they locked off Luka, because I can't even say the rest of the team, but they locked off Luka. But got to give it up, man, to the Warriors, who's probably at this point, man, one of the oldest teams in the league right now, but yet their future looks super bright.
Man, that's the perfect team with a mesh of veterans and a mesh of young dudes that's just too stupid to even know. They don't even know what they doing. They just playing. They just, I'm 19 years old. I'm in the fucking finals. Okay,
Absolutely,
all right.
absolutely.
Like, they don't even get it. I mean, but the mixing old and then how just the culture that Golden State has around those veteran guys that's meshing with them young guys, like those young guys have bought in, and it's no surprise to see them here this year. I mean, Dallas didn't have no chance. Put up a good fight, though. No supposed to.
But I would say this, man. I think the NBA is in good hands. These young dudes, man, outside of the Warriors, it's been a young caliber of teams and players dominating the playoffs. So I like this youth movement. And plus, man, I just want to send a shout out to Adam Silver. Rumor is, Agee, that they're going to announce the 2 expansion teams in 2024, which should be Seattle and Vegas. So we shall see.
I'm digging that. I'm digging. Bring Seattle basketball back, man. I'm digging that.
Absolutely.
I mean, and it gotta be like the Seattle Supersonics. Like you gotta bring that. You can't bring back no Seattle Pelicans or Seattle Rainstorm or some shit. Like, hell no. Like, you gotta bring back the original Supersonics, man.
Absolutely. That comes with it. You gotta be the Supersonics. Now, interesting though, I don't know how that's gonna work out, because if you think about it though, who is it? Is it OKC or is it the Pelicans that own the name? One of them actually, when they transitioned here, was it OKC?
Oh, that's right. I forgot they was down there three. That was 3-name team.
I don't know if they own that name or not. So that would be interesting to see if they can transition that name out there. But I tell you this, man, I just want to know how you and I can get a piece of one of them teams. I got a couple of dollars, man, maybe $2, maybe $3. If they need it, I got $5, just to throw in there, man. I let it sit in there for 20 years, man.
Let me be a shareholder, just a minute shareholder.
That's it, man. Listen, I don't need an office. I sit up in the balcony, just
what the hell? What the hell the Vegas team name gonna be called? The Vegas House Always Wins.
That's right. Or Vegas Money, Vegas Golden. So, but anyway, man, I digress. Let's get back to this matchup, man. This is my thing, Agee, for this NBA Finals. I got about 8 to 10 guys I want to throw at you, man, that I think will be critical for this series. And the first guy I want to throw at you, man, is from the Boston Celtics, Grant Williams. I think Grant is going to be important because he's a rim protector, and if he can get them easy buckets, because he plays above the rim, if he can get those easy buckets, he's going to be critical. But my one question is, will he be able to guard guys when they switch on those pick and rolls and still be effective?
Yeah, Boston do switch a lot. I don't know. We're gonna see how mobile and agile he is. I mean, because you got to get to them dudes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like how regular dudes be talking about, like, oh well, I got an arm's length in them. No, motherfucker, that ain't how you gotta play these dudes. You gotta that space you talking about arm's length, motherfucker, your whole body need to be there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all they need is a little space.
Hey, this would be a pickup from the parking lot. You need to know what car he drove in on.
Yeah.
What shoes he walked in on. What color was his socks? Was his family with him?
Hey, and it's funny.
Dudes up like that.
It goes back to your point with with Coach Umeka Odu or whatever. I can't really do his name, but what's the defensive strategy? You know what I'm saying? Like they got to have, okay, when they try to set a screen on this man to get this switch, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So Grant be always on somebody that's not he'll be somewhere closer to where he can get one of the next guys. So we don't know what type of defense strategies coach is gonna come up with. That's gonna be exciting to see. And Marcus Smart, you got your battery charge. Do you got your Duracells in your bag? Because my brother, you is gonna be running all fucking
and I'm gonna come back
day
to that because he's on my
long.
list too. As a matter of fact, the coaches are on my list too. So the second player I want to throw at you, man, is Jordan Poole. I think, as we noticed, he really had a breakout playoff series, well against Dallas, but defensively, he actually struggles. And I wonder is because he puts so much offensive output out there, will he be able to defend and guard? Because what a lot of people didn't notice during this last series, Kerr actually kind of decreased his minutes because defensively he became more of a liability. Will he be able to guard and score in this series?
Now, see, if I didn't even know that happened, but I'm gonna be in his head on this answer. My minutes got cut because I wasn't playing defense. Okay, that's a motherfucking challenge to me, coach. Silently. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna show coach in this series. When you put me in, I'm guarding this motherfucker. I'm not worried about getting open shots and all that. I'm finna put 80% focus on defensive in this game while I'm on the floor. That's how he supposed to be thinking to that. And I never looked at his defense liability where people was walking around him or he getting open shots. I never even saw that because Golden State really masked even Steph Curry, but Steph Curry defense done got way better. You know what I'm saying?
Way better.
He got a little stronger.
Rebounding.
Yeah, Steph Curry done got way better in his defense. But I think Jordan Poole is gonna show up this this series. I think he's gonna improve on his defense, take that as a challenge with coach, and get on the floor and get the minutes.
Because that's gonna be huge. Because the truth is, he's gonna find himself on many occasions guarding a Jason Tatum, guarding a Jaylen Brown, guarding a Marcus Smart. At some point during the game, he's gonna have to show a concentrated defensive effort. Because if not, then them dudes gonna average 40 on him.
Yeah,
I mean they're legit scorers.
So are they activating Wiseman?
Interesting enough, they have not made that decision yet. But Gary Payton II is back, which is going to be huge for them.
For real?
Will be huge. Absolutely, he will be ready game one.
Broke an elbow, bro, and he back already.
Hey, listen, man, this new day and age, man, you know how that stuff goes.
What the hell they done gave him?
Appeal for that, 2022 remedy, man.
But he been out for a minute though. It's been at least 3 weeks, almost a month, right?
He's been out. Yeah, he's been out a while, and I never knew the severity of the injury.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Probably he's just a quick healer, man.
Absolutely. My third guy I want to throw at you, man, Al Horford, big man in the middle for Boston. Defensively, we know how tough this dude is. Offensively, the dude actually plays exceptional on pick and rolls. Can actually guard the smaller guys. My question is, though, he ain't have to face nothing like he's getting ready to face. Is Al Horford, and my question for you, is Al Horford going to be able to play big minutes for the Celtics during this series?
Well, he gonna have to because, I'd rather have two big men, him and Williams. You know what I'm saying? Giving me rebounds. When they take one shot, get them rebounds. He gonna have to. He's gonna have to show. Oh shit, this is more quicker than I thought. I got to do this now. But like I said, man, go back to Boston team strategy. on their shooters. Believe me, these boys is in the film room looking at everything, looking at all how many times they played them this year, twice.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely looking at them games, looking at who was out and all of that. So that's how I think Coach Umeka gonna handle that. You just gonna say, hey guys, this is a challenge. We've had challenges all year with Milwaukee, with Miami, with Philly. Like, hey, we finna do this. Like, you gonna have to do it.
That East Coast, West Coast, though. I mean, because the East and West don't play each other all that much. And plus the league, they never really focus defensively as much throughout the year either, because, you in Miami on Monday, you in Washington on Tuesday, you're flying to Denver on Wednesday. These series really show, I would say, who's worth, as they say, their salt. I mean, we're going to see who got some flavor in this tournament. So I want to also throw this name at you, man, because I think this guy, man, has to be huge for the success of the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, he's going to be guarding Tatum. He's going to be guarding Brown. He may even end up guarding Smart. But I think this dude has to have huge scoring nights in order for the Golden State Warriors to win. And I'm talking about Klay Thompson. My question for you is, will we get to see the old Klay Thompson that you got to pick him up from the parking lot to stop him?
Oh, yeah, Klay back. Old Klay back. They going to have a problem with him. So that's what I'm saying, man. That you can count on Klay being in Klay mode.
Now, will he have those big games? Because, right now, Klay's only averaging about 18 points a game.
I think he's shown he can have one. So, of course, you definitely, out of 7 games, Klay going to have one go-off game.
And see, I'm thinking he needs about 3 of those games. I don't know when they're going to show up.
Oh, if he get 3 of them, shit.
Yeah.
If he get 3 of them, it's over.
Hey, they going to need it. They going to need it.
Hey, but this is what I'm saying. The people, they think just because Golden State play in the West, like, it's wide open. Like, they don't know how to play no grind out game, like, and play defense too, and foul, and let motherfuckers, like, no. It's you try to come in the hole. Like, Golden State plays that way on defense, man. Like, these dudes is on a chain. They know if they draw 2 to us, we already know who going to the corner. We already know who dropping back to protect the rim. Man, they are very underrated as a team defense.
They really are, and defensively they we're gonna get into it a little bit more, but they picked it up in such a way, man, that you're right. They're so underrated defensively, but that, no disrespect to them, but the offense is so great. Yeah. I mean, when you got a team that can fill it up like that, it's hard to talk about them defensively. It's like, do you want to sit down and ask how many steals Steph and Klay got, or you want to see how many buckets that they drank?
I think the most important thing to them defensively, Golden State, because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can go get their own shot, they gonna have to, like, limit those 2 guys. Like, it ain't no way around it. It ain't, if they the 2 heads of this Boston Snake. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all can limit them and not let them get off individually, both, like, they can't, Jaylen and one of them can't get 15 and a quarter, 20 and a quarter. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm preaching that.
I think that's why I'm throwing all of these smaller names per se at you, even though I think a guy like Klay is a superstar. But because I think he's still working his way back into, like, next year, I think Klay is going to be that splash brother we used to. But I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at this next guy I want to talk about, who's the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. My question to you is, if Marcus Smart has to put so much energy into stopping Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and at times Jordan Poole, will he be able to give them some scoring? and stay out of foul trouble.
I believe so. I believe so. I mean, but we talking about, Marcus Smart here. He almost sometime, damn near in that last game against Miami, he was Marcus dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they got back in the game. Like, yeah, go ahead. We gonna double Jason Tatum. You keep shooting that dumb ass three. Keep shooting it. Keep shooting it. Keep shooting it. Damn, Marcus Smart then that became Marcus dumb. And
he did take the last 5 shots.
Yeah, man. And then man hit him down one of the motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Man, I would have been screaming on the court of him. Hey, man, just nigga, just pull it back out, man, till somebody else is open. But
hey, it's only 24 seconds, man.
Man, Marcus Smart.
Somebody got to do something with the ball.
Marcus Smart I think he gonna have a good defensive game. Throughout the series.
Well, let me ask you this. What is Marcus Smart mental approach going into this game? Because see, sometimes, man, when guys win awards, they capsulize themselves in the award, and so they try to become what the award represents. But what should his approach be to this series?
Same way.
How should he be?
I think same way as always he's been. I mean, before Marcus Smart got this award, everybody looked at him as a defensive point guard. As he could play defense, he could switch, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? He disrupt things. I think he will, if he could stay healthy, and that's the thing about him. Throughout the game, like he'll be extending himself so much, he'll fuck around and bump into somebody and fucking get a hip point or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he played. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
but is there any pressure on him to stop Steph Curry because he's the defensive player of the year?
Yeah, I mean, and to your point, I don't think I have to be the defensive player to stop Steph Curry. If you do that, your ass is good as cooked. And you won't just be as you are, as who you were before you got the award. I know the process. I know what he likes to do. I know I'm going to limit him from this way when he run off the pick. I think he just should keep his same defensive mind approach and just understand that you're guarding the greatest shooter in the fucking NBA. And, you know, when somebody say that to you, if somebody say that to Marcus Smart, you should be like, shit, okay, it's a challenge then. Let's bring it.
But listen, the challenge is on his end because you already know what Steph gonna.
But guess what?
Steph can't be nothing but.
But see, this way it works two ways though. Marcus Smart is bigger than Steph. So you got to make that motherfucker work back on the other end. Don't just be no setup point guard to get Jason Tatum. You take your chance and you want to get him in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? If you could get Steph in foul trouble and oh damn man and whatever, and then he done missed 3 shots and he ain't making nothing, you feeling pretty good about yourself.
I feel what you're saying, but let me counteract that because I'm going to say if I'm Steph Curry and I'm guarding Marcus Smart, let me see you hit a 3-pointer. I'm going to give you that. I want to see if you can make it. I'm going to test you in your shooting ability. I know you're stronger than me. I know you can back me down. If you bring me in a cup like that, you posting me up, I'm going to expect Looney and the other guys to come in and help me. But I'm going to see if you can make a shot.
Yeah,
whether it's a 3-pointer, a 20-footer, 15-footer, let me see if you can make that shot consistent.
I've rarely seen it, but I done seen it. I done seen people back Steph down. Somebody was bigger than him, and they just, they made a quick shot and they got it in before the help can come. But normally that don't happen. If you see somebody bagging Steph down, it's like they defense is like doo-doo, they radar. They going to help. Absolutely. They immediately got a foot in the paint, like 2 feet in the paint to help that motherfucker.
Absolutely. Got to keep the MVP looking good, man. Let me throw this name at you. This dude here, man, I believe he has to control the paint, especially when they go small, because the Golden State Warriors will go small. And I think his biggest contribution, and this is my question for you, can Draymond Green give the Warriors more than 8 points a game in this series? And does he need to give them more points for them to win?
He's going to have to. Draymond gonna have to at least have a double-double every game. 10, I don't care if it's 12, 10, 11, 15 points. But you're gonna have to give more than 8 points, bro. You're gonna have to tell Al Horford, bruh, you ain't ready. He gonna have to tunk. I'm talking about he got to be on some KG shit with these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Looney gonna come and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? It's you and Looney, the big dudes. And y'all ain't even really big.
No.
And so Al Horford got to punish their ass in the paint.
Clearly,
got to punish them.
And I think Williams will, because that dude he's a defensive specialist, but that dude's so freakishly athletic. You throw it at the rim, he can go grab it and put it in.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Why he don't get at least 5 rim run dunks if you know, on the pick and roll to the rim? Why he don't get 5 of those? If Rondo was there, he'll get 5 of those. Marcus Smart don't be doing that with him, man.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I was going to say. Look, it depends on who got that ball in their hand on them pick and rolls. 9 times out of 10 is either Brown or Green. And if Marcus Smart is in that pick and roll, he's still looking for Brown or Tatum. I mean, that's just what he does. But again, with Draymond, I think Draymond, man, this might sound crazy, but I think if the series goes 7, 3 of these games, we need triple doubles from Draymond. Rebounds, points, and assists from that position that he plays, particularly his position, because it would change the dynamics of the Celtics defensively. I don't think the Celtics will know how to, especially when Draymond gets the rebound and he becomes that point forward. I think that really will hurt the Celtics defensively. I don't think they will have an answer for that.
Well, shit, all they got to do is pressure up on them, make sure that we ain't gonna let you stop to try to pick us apart. Make sure you have somebody in his face, you know, coming down the court. Because, I mean, thing about it is that if Draymond don't even shoot the 3 no more, really. Like, he has to be wide the fuck open.
But he has to this series.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I think he has
and he can shoot.
He got at least.
Remember Draymond used to shoot that 3 when he first got to Golden State, dog? I'm talking about he used to at least shoot at least 4 of them a game, bro. And now he only take probably 1 or 2. And he got to give more points.
And you know they're going to leave him wide open. They're going to leave him wide open because they don't guard him.
He got to have a self-confidence check on his offensive side of the game in this series. Every game he got to have an offensive Draymond check. Like I'm gonna finish this point. If I'm so offensive minded and I'm driving to the hole, I can get Al Horford or Williams a foul. You know what I'm saying? That would be I'm easy. I'm gonna get one of you motherfuckers a foul on me.
Easy, because he's quick enough to get around him. But the question becomes, and sometimes it's my concern with Draymond. When bigger guys guard him, he doesn't quite finish well at the basket.
Oh yeah, he ain't got that lift no more.
Are quick enough. No, he ain't got that lift like he used to. And I think Horford, who recovers really well, when you beat him. And I think Williams is young enough and quick enough to recover. Will Draymond be able to capitalize on those guys with his size against their bigger frames to get around them and score? That's going to be
and I think Draymond mentally is going to have to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Like he mentally going to have to make sure, you know, that he finish or either get to the line. But I'm so interested to see this front line, what they gonna do, how they gonna play each other.
Without a doubt, it's gonna be huge. You're listening to the Hoop Dreams podcast, NBA Finals Preview 2022 with Arthur, Agee, and Will Gates. And Agee, I'm gonna throw this name at you, man. This is Jaylen Brown. Now, this is just my take on Jaylen right now. Exceptional athlete, bucket getter. I mean, he can just roll them off. Here's my one concern, and this is my question to you. Jaylen Brown defensively don't guard nobody.
Yeah.
Doesn't guard anybody. Will that hurt them in this series when Jaylen Brown has to guard a Klay Thompson?
And an Andrew Wiggins. Shit.
And an Andrew Wiggins.
That's what I'm saying. People's individual defenses is going to be tested. Your chest, your heart, your will, your effort is going to be tested in this series, bro. That's just it. Like, these are great fucking players. What you gonna do? Are you gonna meet the challenge? Or are you gonna be worried about what motherfuckers writing about in society? And when that game, you gonna lock into that game and like, fuck that, I know my assignment. I'm on his ass wherever he go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's gonna be huge though, man. Cause that boy, you know he gonna come out shooting because every time he touch it.
If Jaylen Brown, I mean, he shoot not awkward shots, but you just, shots that you be like, damn, his foot in one. He just caught the motherfucking rolls up. Like, damn, he hit it. If he get like 3 or 4 of them, watch out. Watch the fuck out.
If they going in, he can throw it back.
And his handle is a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? But he can handle it enough to make a move, bag up, and then charge again. You know what I'm saying? Put the pressure on him again and try to get to the home. Cause he made a move against Miami. It was like a floater off the other leg though. You remember that shot? Like I remember that. He jumped off
the
same leg that he drove with. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. He's a unique talent.
And he long. Like he ain't Tracy McGrady long, but he long.
Yeah. But I tell you this though, that dude got some bunnies on him. He can get over the basket. I mean, he get down here too. I mean, I give him that. When that boy put his head down and he going to the basket, he going to dunk. He seldomly lay that thing up. He go in there and try to punch it on you. So I love that heart about him. You could tell some guy like he's like, listen, man, if he's been taught if I'm near the rim,
I got one for you. Glad you brought his name up.
Who is that?
Who gonna get the nastiest dunk this series? Andrew Wiggins or Jaylen Brown?
Oh, it's going to be Wiggins. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought him up because he's my next guy on the list. He's my next guy on the list because my thing is, this is my concern for Wiggins. And my question for you for Wiggins, he ain't guarding Luka. Luka is shifty, but slow. You can recover. He was bigger, longer, more bounce, everything. But now he has to guard either Tatum or Brown. And these cats are just as young, just as youthful, just as athletic, can shoot it just as well. Will Wiggins still be, which I thought he was the best two-way player in the series. Even in the Dallas series, I thought he was the best two-way player, guarding and scoring. Will he still be the best two-way player in this series?
I know Andrew Wiggins got it in him, but he's an up or down player sometime. You know what I'm saying? And especially how he done flourished in this role, which is great for him. But you need to bring it every time if you in that role on this team. Like if Clay and Steph having a slow start off shooting night, you got to bring it. Like it ain't no, oh shit, well I'm off too. Hell no, we can't have 3 of y'all having a slow start. No, like you got to be on, dude. You the 4th option. You always supposed to be rocking.
Dang, he done moved to the 4th option. I thought
3rd or 4th. I don't care. The ball come to you, man. You better do something with it.
Hey, if you think about it though, I think he's been playing extremely well. He's getting 17 points a game, and he's been averaging that, man, throughout.
Hey, if they win, if I'm Golden State, I'm paying him to keep him.
Well, I got to pay him. He's already locked in, though. He's already locked in. Because remember, they just took the contract he got from Minnesota. So that's what I love about this Golden State Warriors team. Listen, Draymond is locked in, and then he even have a player option. So he got a year and then a year with a player option. Jordan Poole is already locked in. Wiseman is locked in, who didn't even play this year, but he's locked in. Steph is locked in. Clay is locked in. Draymond is locked in. Gary Payton II is locked in. I mean, Looney is locked. Actually, the Looney is the only guy on that team that really who plays considerable minutes that isn't locked in. But they're only paying him about $4 or $5 million a year. So Golden State, in terms of people like, will they be able to keep this team and keep winning championships? They don't lose anybody unless the team decides to make a move. But the way the team is currently constructed, outside of Looney's contract, they got everybody still sitting there, at least for the next 2 years.
Then I'm rolling with that. I'm not, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or if we, I don't want no motherfucker in the GM room talking about, well, we got a call today saying that we can, no, I don't give a fuck how good it sound. I ain't got time to be fucking up our locker room, guys meshing, these young guys, Toscano Anderson, all these guys is coming along, and young dude, Kaminga, man, Moody, man, we cool. Hey, we gonna do this. Right. Who making the most on the team? Steph. Give Looney $3 million and let's go.
If I'm Steph, man, you gotta wear these gym shoes. Here's a free
I need Clay. I need Clay to give up $1 million. I need Draymond to give up $1 million, and I need Steph to give up $1 million. That's $3 million that y'all giving to Looney.
Listen. The organization better find him an NIL deal.
NIL deal.
Get Looney an NIL deal.
Looney, just because he's from Milwaukee and shit, he be out there talking about Milwaukee's best. Every time, every crack open Milwaukee's best when they win the championship and shit. This is my NIL deal.
That's right. Hey, listen, he'll make a boatload of money, man. He ain't Golden State and bust over Milwaukee's best. Listen, we should become his agent. Hey, man, listen.
We gonna help you get paid. Boy, I got a marketing idea for you. You ain't even got, I don't drink beer, Agee. Right. Fuck it, just crack it open and pour it over your head.
That's right. That's right. Keep it right there in the locker room. Every game. Listen, you gotta take a case on the road with you. Just no matter where you win it at.
I'll be like, you see how Jimmy Butler is? You got Michelob? Boy, you is Milwaukee. Come on.
That's right. That's right. And everybody in the Midwest already knows
Milwaukee's
best.
Come on.
So, hey, Milwaukee's best. Listen, y'all need to come on and sponsor this podcast.
Milwaukee is known for two things: cheese and beer.
Absolutely. Well, 3. Don't forget
Laverne and Shirley.
Make it happen. Make it happen, Milwaukee's best. I got 2 more names I want to throw at you, Agee. And I tried to put these in order who I thought of importance. So I think this next guy, he's the second most important player in the series, and that's Jason Tatum, and then Steph Curry, I think, is the most important person in this series. But I'm looking at Jason Tatum from this. I didn't have necessarily anything to say per se about Jason Tatum except for this. I think this is time where it's your moment. It's your time. It is here. Nobody else is playing. Everybody's watching you. This is where the names are made. This is where you can get your name engraved in the hearts of the people. This is where your money can rise. This is where your portfolio can be built. This is where your Instagram and social media accounts will explode. I guess if I have a question for you, the question is, do you think Jason Tatum has what it takes to go to the next level?
Man, that's tough. I mean, I'm glad I ain't from Boston, but I mean, he's a kind of laid back player too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
If there's anything that I kind of
now, when you say laid back player,
laid back, man. No.
Vocal?
The game with 10 points. Did you see any emotion from him? Did you see any?
Emotions.
Okay, I'm not doing.
Meaning if he was mad.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on the offense. Let me go over here on defense and see if I can use my defense to pick my offense up. See, them type of players play with they self with the game and challenge themselves. That's the shit Kobe and them do. Michael Jordan and them do. I mean, I just looked at Michael Jordan had a damn game where he shot 3 for 18 one game. Came right back the next game, gave the Knicks motherfucking 54.
Well, if we all got to shoot 35, 40 shots a game.
Well, he can shoot that many if he on. I mean, I'm quite sure. I mean, coach ain't gonna have no problem with him but like you said, this is when he need to capture this moment. He ain't gonna get this moment again, brother. This is your Kobe moment. Your Kobe identifying Jason Tatum, my best player that inspired me to do here. When I get here now, I cannot be passive. I cannot be laid back. I cannot be cool.
Now, again, I guess my question is, are you talking emotionally? Because when you look at his numbers say that he is doing everything. He has size, he has strength, he has speed, he has the intangibles, he can score inside, outside, left hand, right hand. He get to the rack, he'll dunk on you. He can pull up threes in transition. His step back three is all but
and we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about them turnovers.
And let me add, well, he did. He had a game.
Come on, I mean, that's what I'm saying, dog.
But yet Jimmy Butler had a game with a lot of turnovers.
On this, I mean, I'm saying on this stage.
I mean, he's still a young player too, though, who's growing. So let me ask you this: who in that organization right now? Who's his mentor in terms of every guy that is coming to the league? Mike has had it. Kobe has had it. All these guys have had somebody in there to kind of show them the way. Jason Tatum has had to build. He is up.
No, I think him and Horford have a relationship where Horford is that positive, telling him what he can do, and I think he's that dude in the locker room. He's the veteran out of all of them.
Yeah, but let me ask you this though. That's a difference between, remember when Jordan was in Chicago? Who was that dude for Mike that forever changed Mike's game? He wore number 8 from San Antonio.
Ooh.
When I say his name, you're going to be like, yeah, that's right. George Iceman Gervin. Told Mike, this is how you do it. You got to do it this way. All them greats. When Magic got to the league, he had greats there. These younger guys, because they come in with so much hype, they already are supposed to be ready to have the production and get it where it's going. I think that's why a guy like, and it's funny, and when they get it, they don't even get the credit for it, because you look at a guy like Devin Booker, who's finally turning it around, but they want to give it all credit to Chris Paul. But yet that's the way it's supposed to be. Chris Paul is there to actually help him, get to the next level of greatness. But who's been there for Tatum?
Well, I mean, Kobe has. Kobe been there for him. Before Kobe.
Kobe's
I'm saying they had a relationship, dog. We don't know how much they talk. That nigga might call him like Jordan, like he called Jordan. We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You can call a person, but it ain't nothing like that guy in practice saying, "Hey man, it's a lot easier to score."
Well, it just so happened that he on the team where he's the face of that, and he's a young guy.
Exactly, and I'm saying. And that's why
I'm LeBron did it. Kobe did it.
He is that.
I'm like, ain't no damn excuse. Nigga, do it. Climb that ladder.
So you saying LeBron didn't have nobody in that locker room with him? Kobe didn't have nobody in that locker room with him? Now who really they listen to
like that? Like, what you gonna tell me about my game? And how to beat? Kobe had more of a relationship than Michael Jordan than any motherfucker on his squad ever.
All I'm saying is, I think this dude is the real deal. The question will become, it's his time, and we just got to wait and see what he's going to do with his time. But he is the next in line, whether they win it or not. This dude, he's the next in line. He is clearly the best player on this team.
Fans will be like, you was cool. You got us there, but you ain't no Truth. You ain't no KG. You ain't no Ray Allen. You ain't.
And look at.
He got to go close the deal.
When did that? Yeah, but look at them names. Who is his KG on that team? Who is his Ray Allen on that team?
You making it sound like because he ain't have that person, like that's a deficiency for him or something.
No. But you throwing it out there like them dudes didn't have each other.
But at the same time,
it took all three of them dudes to get together, plus Rondo.
Yeah, my boy Rondo. I can't forget about Rondo.
They didn't. So here's my point then. Then why didn't KG stay in Minnesota and win it? Why didn't Ray Allen stay in Milwaukee and win it? Why did they have to go form a team?
But I still don't see where your point is to where it refers to Jason Tatum saying who he had to listen to. Like,
because you're saying
like there's no veteran on the team.
You
saying like there's no veteran on the team that can tell him like, hey man, you can't have no 10-point games. I'm quite sure Marcus Smart told him that. But I'm telling you,
you talking about the guy who probably might have only average.
It don't matter about who it is, Will. You talking about who's that person? No matter how long he been in the league or whatever, there's somebody telling him, hey man, you the shit, just like you saying it right now, like, dude, but you can't do this, can't turn the ball over. You can't go out there with no emotion. It's somebody over there telling him that. Now, it's up to him to get all of that and put it out on this Golden State series.
And that's been my question. Are you saying he's not that dude because of emotions? Because he ain't all in nobody's face? Because he don't show you that aggressiveness.
Yeah,
that you
he don't. Yeah, he don't have a killer instinct.
I'm asking you.
Don't have a killer instinct.
And what's a killer instinct? Because if you get
when I got my foot on your neck, I'm not gonna let you up.
So in that game 7,
and I've seen Tatum take plays off on defense too, bro. You got dog.
I'm saying in that last game 7, was he
not
that dude?
But you ain't stopped nobody. Jimmy was that dude too. Where you at guarding Jimmy?
Jason Tatum is 6'10".
That's what I'm talking about. It don't matter. That's what I'm talking about. The mentality. You ain't finna tell Michael Jordan he can't guard the guy who killing us.
Let me tell you something. Yes, they did. When in the first NBA 1991 championship, Michael Jordan could not guard Magic Johnson. He was too small. They had to put a bigger and longer Scottie Pippen on him, who's 6'8" himself. Jordan could not guard
but didn't Mike
Magic.
have the mentality to say, no, fuck that. Yes, I can. Jason Tatum don't have that.
Just because you saying yes, you can, don't mean it's the right decision. I don't know where this mentality come from that just because you're the best offensive player, meaning you got to be the best defensive player. That ain't never been basketball. That's this new era that Michael Jordan has redefined everything that belongs to basketball now. And if you don't do it that way, all the other stuff is thrown out the window.
I mean, they just put it on the stage where they play it at. I'm just saying, it's a personal. It's a personal thing that you as a player should just take onus on. Meaning that your deficiencies, bad games, all that. If I know that I can't have a 10-point game, I'm not worried about who talking to me in my locker room or telling me this and that. That's on me, Will. For me to take that next step.
So, but have you ever played with guys that their sole job was just bucket getters?
Yeah, I didn't play with guys like that.
I mean, I don't see Kevin Durant as a defensive stopper. He's a bucket getter. But don't nobody ever say, man, Kevin Durant ain't that dude.
No, Kevin Durant didn't show he that dude.
I don't see Kevin Durant emotionally jumping all in dudes' faces, getting mad. I mean, remember, this the same dude that was up 3-1, lost, went and joined the Golden State Warriors. And since then, after he left the Golden State Warriors, obviously through injuries and other things, but has not had the same type of success.
Well, Jason, I mean,
but then nobody clown him per se, and they shouldn't clown him because he's a bona fide killer.
I think Jason Tatum is the face of Boston, but he's not a superstar status yet.
Whatever,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, he ain't done yet. Like, you got to show what's up now, because now you're going against the best of the best of the best of the best.
So let me ask you this question then, and then we can move on. If you're saying that Jason Tatum is not a superstar, then that means Ja Morant is not a superstar. Because Ja Morant hasn't proved it.
No, I mean, Ja Morant is a star, is a young star on a team. He's learning. He ain't even learned how to win yet. He just know how to go all out, play hard on both ends, and that's it.
So now your superstar status is based on how much you win?
Well, yeah, that's part of why Jason, is a star right now, because he's winning. Now, to be a superstar, to go to the next stratosphere of I'm the best in the world, I beat a 5-time champion team. Dude, you a superstar now.
So that makes you a superstar. It's just like even when the Bulls won. The Bulls played an old, defeated LA Lakers team. Did that really make Michael Jordan a superstar, or was he already?
Well, that's kind of different. We talking about Michael Jordan, man. We talking about Jason Tatum, man. Hell, we talking about the man. The man don't wear Jason Tatum shoes. He wear Michael Jordan shoes, man.
But that's my thing. We always change the parameters when it's based on whatever.
Yeah, because that's levels of statuses, Will. You ain't the same.
So,
what's the name?
So
ain't the same.
Is Carmelo Anthony a superstar?
Carmelo Anthony was a superstar. He was a superstar.
But what did he win? No. I'm just basing this on your definition.
He didn't win nothing.
What did he win? So how's he
because individually, how they paid him, how he played, he's a superstar.
Have you seen Jason Tatum's contract? Oh, he's making money. Real money. He ain't getting $5 million, $10 million, $20 million.
We see
he's $30 million.
A young Carmelo. Tatum wasn't even sniffing that man. He wasn't even carrying Carmelo's jock, bro.
So answer me this question. Did Jason Tatum not outplay Kevin Durant in that first round? Defensively and offensively.
I don't know about that.
Look at the stats.
No, they played a game. They played a team defense on Kevin Durant. That's what they did. Not no one person played him and was like, oh, I got him for 6 times, 6 straight possessions, and I made him. He only scored once. Like they keep those type of stats.
Exactly, and go look at those stats, because when he was guarding him, because here's the thing that people forget. Jason Tatum is just as big as Kevin Durant. So there was no turnaround just shooting over you because I got 5 additional inches on you. That made a world of a difference defensively. Did he not outplay Giannis?
Hell no. Individually?
He did.
No.
Yes.
I don't think that's right. I don't think he had more points than Giannis in every game. Giannis had to have more points than him in every game.
Listen, Giannis took more shots, and he didn't average more. Tatum averaged more.
No,
But Giannis
I
took
have
more
to see
shots
them
because
numbers.
Giannis rebounds. He's the point forward, point center, point guard, the 2 guard. He takes all the shots on the team. Nobody else play on that team. But I digress. Let's get to the best player in this series. And the best player in the series is Stephen Curry by far. He will be the reason they win or lose this series. And my question to you is, will this be the year that Steph Curry walks away with both pieces of hardware?
Well, Steph got a good chance at it.
To add,
I don't think nothing's on him. That's his body is probably tired like everybody else, but he ain't got nothing really nagging him. I don't think, maybe an ankle thing or whatever, but that's probably gone. But I think he got the more upside to have to winning it all and walking away with the trophy, with the MVP. But it depends on, you know what I'm saying, how he it depends on how he gets off early. That's what it depends on Steph, because they go as he go. Offense runs through him.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so
Absolutely.
if you know, I done seen him miss his first 4, his first 5. I done seen Steve Curry, after he did that, Steve would take him out the game. He'd sit down for a minute, collect himself, okay, get back in. Next play, inbound ball, he'll just shoot it right there, the motherfucker all the way in. And that's from 45.
That's right. Hey, you know what I love about Steph Curry, man? They can be down 27 points. Steph Curry be like, oh, that's just 9 pointers I need to make. I mean, that's how good that dude is, man. That dude is that good that a 20-point halftime lead is nothing. Remember, there used to be a time, man, when you were down by 20, the game was over because you never lost that lead. Now, with the way guys shoot the basketball, and especially a guy like Steph Curry, a 20-point lead, you can lose that at the start of the third quarter. I mean, I think this is going to be my concern for Steph is this, though. My concern for Steph is that he may want the finals MVP too bad that he starts gunning for it. And I think when you are an anxious player, even though you got experience, even though you've been there, even though you probably deserved it already a couple of times, I'm wondering if he goes for it, will this take him off his game? Because remember, Golden State also plays a certain system style. So it's not like the stuff that he does, it throws them off as a team. But it's the stuff that he would do, I think, that would try to get
No,
to some
I don't think that's him. I don't even think that's, I don't even really think that's
You don't think
no, I think it's important to him, but as going into the series playing, like he's just playing the game. I'm not trying to thinking about winning the MVP and we up 2-0, 3-0. Oh, I need to have 30. I don't think he plays like that ever. I think he just go out there and plays, and how I play dictates whatever gonna happen and what the.
So you don't think nowhere in his mind he's saying Andre Iguodala stole my MVP trophy that year? You don't think nowhere in his mind he's saying, man, that year, that second year we won it back to back, that should have been my MVP because I averaged more than Kevin Durant, but they still gave it to him. I'm just saying. I'm just basing this on some of the things we were talking about earlier.
I don't think he's.
And people always talking about that team game. I don't think a lot of these guys are that concerned about the team game. I think a lot of these guys, they want their numbers. They want their awards because they know the way that the game has been shaped and the way that you get validation is through what you conquer and receive, and it's the awards. So if he is the finals MVP, now they could never take his name or remove him away from with an asterisk, but yeah, he's never won a finals MVP. He would have won it all. what else is there to say? And so I'm just asking, do you think on some level that's in Steph Curry's mind? I want to remove that asterisk from my name. I done been to the finals 4 times in the last, or 4 or 5 times in the last 8 years. I've never won the finals MVP.
And the thing about it is that in the time that they've won it, has you ever heard him talk about him and say, well, I feel some type of way for not winning no MVP for any of the times that we won it? There's never there. I mean, I haven't publicly, I haven't seen it written nowhere. I haven't seen him talk about that he was mad about it or none of it. So I can only go from.
So let me ask you this question. Well, obviously he ain't gonna come out there and disrupt the fabric of his team, but I bet him and Aisha's had that conversation. As athletes, we've all had conversations about our disappointment and disgust about how we view and see things. I'm sure that you, when you was playing, you was saying, man, so and so ain't better than me. But you ain't gonna come out public and say it.
Nigga, if I'm Steph Curry and they first gave the award to Agee, what the fuck is y'all going? What you mean? On the floor while we selling confetti coming down and everything. Fuck is you guys gonna go give him my award? Hey, we got to cut to ESPN, go to commercial. Steph then went crazy on Iguodala because he got the MVP. You goddamn right, go to commercial.
Hey. Cause that was something else. And Curry should have run it on that second back-to-back. That he played extremely well in that finals, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, that's what his ass get for playing against another superstar.
Final question is though, man. That's true. Final question for you though. Who you got?
I don't want to make a prediction right now until I see the first game, man. I'm in my junior like Stephen A shit right now. I got to.
Hey man, you at the blackjack table. I ain't gonna place a bet until I see what color land on first.
No. And the thing about it is that I kind of want both. I got feelings for why I want both of them to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the dudes on Boston team. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that Kyrie Irving played for Boston and Kevin Durant played for them, Golden State, and both of these motherfuckers, they left the squads, and both of them now is in the damn finals. Ain't that some shit? That just so ironic, just crazy to me. But I mean, I would want Boston to win it just because, you know, it's been a minute since they won it. You know what I'm saying? And Boston I just like Tatum. I just like the young guys. Tatum, Smart, and Jaylen Brown. I like them dudes, man. Like the way they play. I think it would do them a real, you know, justice to say, man, our defense brought us home, man. We stopped one of the most lethal, powerful teams, took them to 7 games and won this motherfucker. And I think that would be so good for their NBA careers moving forward. And that would just give them validation of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now the Boston people can get out the shadows of the Kevin Durant. We wrote our own ticket. We ain't riding on their championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love for them young guys to feel that fervor, that whole thing. And Golden State, you know, like Draymond said, he's like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just a Detroit motherfucker, man. You know, he's like, hey, everybody clowning us now. We ain't make the playoffs in 2 years, and Clay got hurt, and we ain't together. I just want him to live up to those words, just for Golden State to be once the throne getters, and then to take some few years off to retool, get guys back from injury and all that, and then just to reclaim it again. That'll be that story that right there just be so. I mean, dude, they would be a dynasty. I mean, you have to put them in there. They're a dynasty.
Absolutely. I'm pulling for little Riley Curry. You know, that's what I call him, Riley Curry. She looks just
That's
like
his
her
daughter.
daddy. So I'm pulling for little Riley. That's his daughter. She looks just like him, man. That is his twin, boy. That's his twin. So I'm pulling for little Riley Curry because I want her, her daddy to get another championship. Simply for this reason, man. I think that, and I agree with everything you said about Boston, man. I think you don't lose with either team. I love what Boston has done. I love the fact that they got an African-American coach sitting over there, man. So I'm always pulling, for that success. But I love the fact that Steph Curry, throughout his career, has always had to prove his worth, regardless of whatever he's done, from his days in high school to his days in college, to the pros. There's never been a moment where even when he was the MVP unanimously, they all was like, oh, he ain't that good. I mean, like his talent, no matter how great of a shooter he was, everything else was always tainted. Oh, he don't guard anybody, even though he's averaging 2 steals a game. Oh, he doesn't guard the top point guards. Clay guards the top point guards. Oh, Steph don't rebound, even though Steph is averaging 6.5 rebounds a game. I'm saying he does all the things to meet the challenges, and they're still always overlooked. And I think a lot of it has to do with because this guy has redefined the game. And I think the NBA at one point wasn't ready for a small guy to redefine the game the way that he did. Because if you think about it, Steph Curry changed the way that basketball is played from bitty ball all the way to the pros. Remember, at one point, the pros wasn't shooting a lot of threes. It's almost like now you can't even get in the league if you can't hit a three. That's the Steph Curry effect. So I'm pulling for the Warriors, man.
And you know what else I think
they will win.
If the thing about it is that I looked at, like, Steph he didn't come into the league. I mean, you knew he can shoot from college. Like, we wasn't calling him one of the greatest shooters in the world when he came into the pros. Like Steph worked his way into, when you say prove, he had to prove, motherfuckers, that my ankles is not gonna keep me from. He had to prove, like, oh, I can shoot this way. I had to prove he had to prove, and I think that's a testament to his hard work. I think that's a testament to the mental approach. I mean, because you think about it, he didn't come into the league like, I'm gonna change the fucking NBA.
Listen, thanks for joining us on the Hoop Dreams podcast, the 2022 NBA Finals Playoff Edition. Listen, thanks for joining us. Continue to check in us with our season. We just finished it up and we completed it. We got season 2 on the horizon. Listen, we got some special guests coming up. You're going to love them. You're going to enjoy it. But if you missed any episodes, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And remember, continue to follow us at Agee Hoop Dreams. We love to get a follow from you. We want you guys to have an amazing summer. But don't forget about us. Continue to listen to the Agee Hoop Dreams. I'm Will Gates, and that's my dog,
Arthur Agee.